Images have now been released of inside the Hellraiser house.
We got our first fog machine. We do have a brand new set piece here, but then over here we got facade work.
Okay guys, we're back at Universal Studios Florida. It's time for another massive Halloween Horror Nights 2026 update. We're about to have an IP announced, so that means new merchandise, new carousel piece. So on that note, it's time to talk about the Halloween Horror Nights show of the day. We're going back to HHN 2001, the year we had Eddie. So we had Eddie's face right there, and then on the back, you had like the chainsaw going through the back. And it said Halloween Horror Nights 2001. Then the hat says ICU. Then on the back, Halloween Horror Nights 2001. So on that note, let's roll the commercial.
He's been lurking in the shadows, twisted, mutilated, waiting to unleash the rage that's tearing him apart. And worst of all, he's watching you right now! Starting this Friday, meet the mindless terror of Eddie at Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights 11. Select nights in October and November. You'll experience 5 brand new haunted houses, deadly new entertainment throughout the park, and an all-new Bill and Ted show. It's more gore than ever before, because this year, there's no more clowning around! Florida residents save up to $15 with any Fanta or other specially marked product or coupon from participating Taco Bell locations. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster, Spencer Gifts, and Universal Orlando ticket windows. For information, call 407-22-HORROR or visit HalloweenHorrorNights.com. Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios.
I see you.
What the? He's in the studio! No, no!
Okay, welcome back. Let's head in, let's see what's going on.
It's a new day, so that means we got a new wall for the archway. They're gonna be painting it, refurbing it. They have like a month to finish it, so they got this. Nothing new with the truss over there, but all the team members are waving at everybody because the park just opened. Then I'm not seeing any movement whatsoever with the truss structure here in the front of the park. It is so early, Brown Derby isn't even open. Not seeing any change with the stage over here. No character triggers yet, nothing new with this set piece. We do have a brand new set piece here. All right, there's a lot to unpack here. First off, we're gonna start over here to the right. This is kind of like, you know when they have like one of the animals in the circus, like be on display? I wonder if we're gonna have some weird animal from HHN history kind of like on display here. But again, they did such a wonderful job with the texturing and paint job and the dirty wash. It looks like it's been around for decades, just sitting out in the sun, but they probably painted it last week. So when you come right over here, we now see the grate. The grate, again, will probably be a smoke effect or water effect, or we'll see what happens. And then we got the little carriage right here. Then you got these creepy clowns looking at you right there. So up there it says absurd, then it says weird, but then they have like the little target shooting game with the little ducks where they kind of go and then you would hit it with a little BB gun. So you got little ducks right there and then a bunch of mirrors on top. Then right here below this clown, it says beast. So then you come around here, you got the barrels, and there's more mirrors up there. Then this is not closed off yet. I feel like this probably will be closed off, but there's been no character triggers installed yet, no lights yet. Again, they just put this in last night. You can still see the fresh wood shavings on the ground. This is massive. This is so big.
I am 6'1", okay? Look how much higher this stuff goes. This is probably the tallest and largest stages we've ever gotten here in Hollywood. These things are massive.
But like always, pardon our desk, we are in the process of transforming our park for Universal Orlando Halloween Horror Nights, the world's premier Halloween event. Are you sad that your parking spot is taken? There's a stage there now.
Man, the world's your parking spot when you don't get towed.
Pharmacy is closed. Look at this. So, this location is temporarily closed. Please go to Haagen-Dazs, location in New York. They normally have like the opening time signs. I wonder if because they're gonna do an overlay for HHN maybe? But it is completely closed up. By 5 and Dime, they've set up the queue. outside. So then over here by the Disclosure Day tribute store, another stage has appeared. Again, it has the grate in the middle. So maybe there's just a grate there for easy access. I'm confused on why there's a grate on every single stage now. They got the classic Pardon Our Dust A-frame. But again, look at just the wonderful job of the distressing. This is not theming that was put on. That's just some leftover dirt or crud from something, but it blends in. Even the stairs are themed. Years in the past, sometimes the stairs were just standard like black stairs. They're theming them with the stages. So all the other stages only have one access point with a staircase, but this one has two. So there's one there and one there. All right, so we got a new massive piece here. It's a coaster track. Look at this. So up there, it's kind of been like ripped off. They've even added the distressing properly where the coaster would have ran on the track. They have attached it to the stage. But again, they're still kind of blending in that same kind of reddish pink paint accent with the Ralph signage that's located right behind it. Again, they're just adding more and more massive details to the stage. Let's see what's going on with the pea pebbles. Anything happening with the pea pebbles? Oh, they've been covered up. Look, pea pebble update. This is what you guys are here for. There's like a burlap sack over the pea pebbles. Now, yesterday, nothing was plugged in to the cords. They're still waiting. Yeah, it still looks like they've not been plugged into anything. So who knows what other details are going to pop up on these stages. It's every day they're adding something new to them.
Okay, so Frequent Fear passes dropped earlier this morning. Let's do the whole rundown about all the passes. Okay, so there's the Rush of Fear pass. Now, this is only going to be for 18 nights. It's going to start in August and go through September. It's going to start at $230 per person, but there's also tax. The next option is going to be for 31 nights. Starts in August, has dates in September, October, and November. That's $275 plus tax. Now, this is honestly the best option. Halloween Horror Nights Frequent Fear Pass Plus, you get 41 nights. So you get all these dates in August, September, October, and November. Now, the top tier pass is the Ultimate Frequent Fear Pass. So this is every single day. So you get 49 nights of Halloween Horror Nights and self-parking after 5 p.m. And then also, when it comes to RIP, they announced the 5-house Halloween Horror Nights RIP Tour. Enhance the horror with other fans on a guided RIP tour along pedestrian pathways with premium benefits. So there's 2 different tours. There's the North Tour, so you'll get Sinners, Hellraiser, Alien Abduction, HR Blood and Guts, and Cybergoria. Then there's the South Tour. So you'll get Stranger Things, Jack and Oddfellow, Madlands, and then the remaining haunted houses to be announced at a later date. So that's included with the 5-house RIP tour. I would say just do the 10-house tour because they really will crank you through all those houses, but this is a good option if you want to kind of take it a little slower.
Into the land of trusts we go. No new LED strips, no new speakers. Nothing's been changed. Any day now we'll start to get details out here, but it is just kind of a ghost town. Nothing's happened in like a week or two.
Yesterday, we had a massive update back here. Will we have the other signage for the other house? What do we got? What do we got? Oh, is that a structure I see? Are they working on a facade? Look at that.
All right, so yesterday we got the Hellraiser signage installed.
So yesterday I posted the Hellraiser sign photo on Twitter, and I guess people were complaining about it. So Mike responded to some of the complaints. He said, our 2 facilities here are treated no differently than our 5 soundstage houses. The decal isn't meant to be lazy. It's to allow for the budget to go where it counts the most. We've done facades here before, and it's based on individual year creative decision making. Our sprung tents 1 and 2 located near here usually get a facade for additional storytelling or some level of scenic due to the limited space inside.
Nothing new with the truss and lights. Still has not been electrified yet. We could see an update. So, as you know, they're kind of enclosing it, but there's now a cord running from the tent inside. Okay, I'm looking at the photo that we just took. This is the power pipe. So the cords are coming through there, and then this is all enclosed. So you're probably gonna be walking through there into the tent section of the house. That's probably powering all the way over there and then all the way into the tent. And then we'll be walking underneath there into the house. And then that looks like AC into the tent. So we got a little bit of a update on the Fast and Furious house. Again, we're probably just waiting for the announcement to happen, and then they'll unveil this when the scare zone finally gets announced. Not today though. So if you're looking for the ice cream, Mummy's over there. This is Haagen-Dazs right here. So you come in here, Oh, they open at 12, so if you want some early morning breakfast ice cream, it's not happening. But this is where it's gonna be located. Now, over here in the alleyway, we have the light right here. This is that same light bulb that they kind of put throughout the entire park where they can change the color of it. So I wonder if it'll be a red or a blue, but the light bulb's in there. We got our first fog machine, people. What an honor to have the first fog machine outside Boris's office. We got our first fog machine. I cannot wait to get the first whiff of fog. Oh yeah, give me that good stuff.
Give me that good HHN. Oh, yeah. Did that come out of my mouth?
Let's just look at it at its 4K 60 frames per second glory before you know it. The fog juices will be bubbling in there and expelling. It's all locked up for now, but it's the first fog machine of the year. Nothing new with the stage. Same old, same old. And yeah, the A-frame is up here, then those screws are still there, so they've not worked on the stage at all.
All right, we got our update with the fast coaster. Ghostbusters Firehouse is still not enclosed. They're working on the railing over there. Are they cutting it? It is just all hands on deck back there so they can hit this 2027 time frame. I think they'll hit it. Hollywood's still working on theirs. They're figuring it out. Slowly getting there.
Well, I cannot wait for the tribute store this year. I don't see anything added today. I'm excited to see what happens with the stage. Are we gonna have a performer outside the tribute store? That would be a first. To have someone kind of welcoming you in to the immersive gift shop. Here's a better look at the tribute stage from behind. So I'm not seeing any cords or anything being run yet. Oh, we got a second fog machine right here. Look at it. It has also appeared. Does not have the mesh on it yet. I don't see the machine in there yet, but it's placed right here. Then we also have this covering, right, so no one trips on the cord. So let's follow where the cord goes. Where does the fog machine cord go? All right, loops around here, goes there, goes across there, and then goes in to the nest of all the cords back there. It's kind of hard to see. So now you know. Fog machine goes all the way over here and then right there. We followed where this power cord went the other day. It goes over there. But now there's another cord coming from it, right? Power cord is the thicker one. Where does this go? This is going through all the bushes again. Looks like they are weaving it through the bushes. Where is this thing going to end up? Oh, it's going all the way over there. All right, it's looping all the way over here. What the heck is this thing? You can still see it continuing along the fence line. All right, so it goes through the bushes, loops around. Where is this thing ending up? It's still snaking its way through the bushes. Still going, and then it goes down here. Okay, so then it just cuts right through there and then goes back into the nest. So that small little cord is connected to the truss all the way down there. They're just snaking it through the entire bed of flowers, and then it's just going all the way over there. The tarp is just flapping in the wind. The walls are still up in front of the stage. I wonder what they're doing. Are they working on the turf? Or do they need to bring a crane or something in there to help with the coaster? And then all the electrical looks the exact same inside the front of the park. All right, we're heading over to Islands right now. Here's the current construction of the restaurant. I'm gonna get somebody at Circus McGurkus Cafe.
So we got the Meats pizza burger, pizza-inspired burger topped with salami, pepperoni, mozzarella cheese, with a brioche bun topped with a mozzarella stick, served with crinkle-cut fries. There's a lot going on here. I'm gonna do a 7.5 on the pizza burger. Deluxe burger had a pizza burger, pepperoni one. It was incredible. This one is just kind of like a Temu version of that. I'm gonna do a 7.5 on it. Decent ingredients, but nothing special or life-changing. In 2 minutes, we should have the announcement for the next IP for Halloween Horror Nights 35.
All right, so Evil Dead Burn.
So Universal just tweeted out this. Hot off the press, a haunted house based on the new film Evil Dead Burn is coming to Universal Orlando. Halloween Horror Nights. Try not to get possessed by soul-sucking deadites, hell-bent on bloodshed. And there's also a trailer that goes along with it.
You there, join me. This game's easy to play, but deadly to lose. So, will you hit a hot streak or go up in smoke? Fan the flames of Evil Dead Burn. One nightmare of many, only at Universal Halloween Horror Nights.
And then Michael just tweeted out some fire emojis with some skulls. And then Ramon had this to say.
Honored to be working as the show director and writer of the Evil Dead Burn Haunted House at HHN 35. The Evil Dead series has always been one of my favorite franchises in horror, and the great Sam Raimi has been one of my heroes since I was a kid. Another dream come true. Collaborating with Warner Brothers and my good friend Jose had to say this, lost for words, dream come true, to adapt the visceral world of Evil Dead Burn in a haunted house has been a bloody good time. Much like Sebastian's film, this house is mean, gruesome, and unrelenting from the start. My scenic design partner, Manuel, and I swung for the fences on this one. Additionally, we collaborated with our tech teams to achieve some cool effects here to fully immerse guests in the hellish chaos of the Deadite possession. Jordan Hill, I'm looking at you. For our 35th anniversary, the Book of the Dead has been reopened, and I couldn't be more thrilled. In the words of Thea, cheers to your perfect family. Now, knowing that Ramon is kind of in charge of this house, I have a lot more faith. There's a lot of good scenes within the film that can make a great haunted house. The movie itself sucks, but there's aspects of the movie that could make a great haunted house. So I have faith now because Ramon is a mega fan of the Evil Dead franchise, and a lot of that team really never misses. They always make incredible houses, so I got faith. But then John did tweet out some stuff, so you know on that note.
There's John Murdy right there. John!
So John says, new house announcement, and then he says, here's more details on the house. So let's read the article. Evil Dead Burn is coming to Halloween Horror Nights. Fun for all the family. Fresh off a solid box office showing earlier this month, Sebastian's Evil Dead Burn is set to bring Deadite madness to Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights, beginning August 28th at Universal Studios Orlando Resort and September 3rd at Universal Studios Hollywood. This year's Evil Dead Burn haunts will take guests on a terrifying first-hand journey through the film's most frightening moments that begin at the Price family secluded vacation home in the woods. The nightmare grows more and more fierce as guests venture through the haunted house, encountering ferocious deadites around every turn before succumbing to the evil forces themselves. Evil Dead fans can show their love for the long-running horror series at Universal's line of all-new limited release merchandise themed after the Infernal Carnival collectible display, a teaser video below. This is the article. The other articles were all kind of written by AI, but they at least gave us some details. This literally adds nothing. What was the point of this article? Give me some details about what's going on inside the house and cool effects and stuff like that. Get us pumped. Thank God for what Ramon said, because this article is not good at all. But people did ask John a bunch of questions. I'm curious, how far ahead were you able to watch the film? John said, I read the script really early on. Chris was able to see an early cut of the film. And then John says, here's the key art for Evil Dead Burn. The house will be located in the H-Lot South opposite Hellraiser. It's a pleasure to bring another chapter in the Evil Dead franchise to life with our longtime friends at Sam Raimi's Ghost House Pictures. Located at H-Lot? ? John says, yes. I'm late to the party, but I'm curious, approximately how many performers/actors do you write in each house? So John says it averages around 20 actors on set at a time. Then they also said, John, who's your favorite HHN icon? And John says, Log Bunny. Fully agree with that statement. Log Bunny is the ruler of all of HHN Hollywood. The shirts have been removed. Here they come. Here they come. That shirt's kind of bad. That's not a good shirt. All right, here's the Evil Dead Burn shirt. So you have the pen that kind of goes into her ear. Interesting why they chose that, but it says Evil Dead Burn with kind of the blood splatter. And there's nothing on the sleeve or the back. That's it. That's all it is. Choose your fighter, Evil Dead shirt or Stranger Things shirt. All right, here's a better look at the display. So they got the standard movie poster, Evil Dead Burn right there. They have 3 different pieces of merchandise. So they got the shirt over there, then we got the acrylic piece, and then we got the hat. Acrylic piece is 15 bucks. We're gonna pick this up and build it and see how it is. Then the hat is gonna be $30. To be stitched, Evil Dead Burns. I actually kind of like the hat. You got the imagery right there of the pen that goes in the ear with some blood. So we still need 4 more announcements of IPs for the carousel. Okay, it is time for the acrylic piece.
Put all your crap in there.
Alright, so we got the dog. I do like on the base you kind of have, you have the grass and then you have kind of like the fire coming in, the burn marks. There he is. Okay, so the dad from the film and the dog. It's fine. If you're a fan of the film, you'll like it. I'm literally just buying it because of the carousel. Alright, it's time to go back to the office. It's 1 o'clock. It's hot. Okay guys, we're back in the office. Images have now been released of inside the Hellraiser house. This was an article that was just released. Okay, so it looks like there was an event happening in the UK because the Ireland's Travel Trade Network posted an article that said Universal Destinations and Experiences unveils terrifying Halloween Horror Nights 35. There was some info about the UK park. Universal United Kingdom Resort is officially in construction since the beginning of this year after 2 years of due diligence and evaluation. Located in Bedford, UK, and just 45 minutes outside of London, Universal United Kingdom Resort will include a world-class theme park featuring several immersive lands and innovative attractions and story-driven experiences alongside a 500-room hotel and retail dining. Now, they did share some images from a slideshow that happened. So it looks like the sculpt of Vecna's face, and then the sculpt of the Demigorgons from the Stranger Things house. And then this is our first look at inside the Hellraiser house. And it looks like the performers will be wearing masks. They're not going to be wearing prosthetics, but masks. So we can get a look at their costumes and how they look in the house. And for Cybergoria, they showed a new image that we've never seen before. It's like an advertisement. Take the break you deserve. Let an immortal life Bionics certified robot take on the burden of raising your children for you. How wonderful. So I'm hoping there's more info that's released over time from what they talked about at this panel, but there wasn't too much new info within the article besides that stuff. There's a ton of stuff we're going to talk about in the next HHN update. There was info that was released about the scare zones, different experiences around the Universal Orlando Resort. So we'll talk about that in the next HHN update. There's a lot happening, so that'll be dropping tomorrow. So guys, on that note, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. If you have not already, hit the subscribe button and join the family.
I love the family.
Because I'm going to keep you up to date on all things Universal Studios and Halloween Horror Nights around the country. I love y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Put all your crap in there.
You have the Pooterade that kind of goes into her ear.